All right, good afternoon. I'm out here in Ferndale, outside of Ferndale City Hall, and I'm speaking with Sister Mary.
Yes, I'm Sister Mary Magdalaid of the Eureka Order of the Big Redwoods. We are Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. We are 21st century non-secular nuns. We take vows to expiate stigmatic guilt and promulgate universal joy. We were called by residents of Ferndale to come to do queer communion at City Hall today in response to feelings of really hurt and vulnerability that comes from the type of spiritual violence that has been very visible here in Ferndale as of late.
Okay, yes. And so this was a good turnout, I thought.
Yes, there were so many joyous faces and people all about their glitters and wearing their rainbows and their various subcultural pride flags. And we had Christian clergy here, and we had people who can speak to the power of Judaism, and we had people who proclaim themselves as pagans and people who proclaim themselves as non-secular but in need of spiritual connection and the type of real communion that comes when community gathers for visibility.
So that's a lot of diversity in one group.
Well, there is a lot of diversity, but I will acknowledge that there is some visible diversity that is perhaps, we'll just say, a little lacking. There are other groups of people who do feel uncomfortable or unsafe sometimes in Ferndale. We hear from BIPOC and people of color who we do ally work with that they are very glad that we're gathering for visibility, and that what is really needed in Ferndale from alternate perspectives are more and more different types of visible diversity, because it's when different folks from different traditions, different lived experiences, different histories come together to build community interactively. And from this honoring of the gifts and the important questions that different perspectives bring to the table, that is really where like true grounding and true community connection and possibility can become imagined.
Right. So there's room for improvement. But this is really a good group, and I feel like you had, I guess what I meant is a diversity of spiritual perspectives, right?
Oh, heck to the yes! Diversity of spiritual perspective was here, and I definitely felt the energy of many spiritual callings that perhaps weren't even spoken here today. And I think, to me, I'm a deeply spiritual person, and that feeling of like really these deep informed traditions. I heard people calling upon ancestors. I heard people calling upon authors. I heard people calling forward mystics and calling forward poets, and actually even choosing to call forward biblical references. And all of that together in one beautiful open container, it really gave my heart an opportunity to breathe today.
Absolutely, that's always a good thing.
Hey, I'm here as a counter protest.
I'll talk to you in a minute. If you don't mind. Okay, so I just wanted to, I guess I'll edit that part out. But I do want to know what you think.
I actually think it's fine for the record to see the ways in which our messages are interrupted and not respected. So please don't edit that.
I hear you. We shall keep it. Okay, and I do want to talk to that gentleman in a minute.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's important to hear what prompted this.
What prompted the gathering here together today?
Yeah,
Ferndale's got just a little touch of the sign wars, where there have been years of people choosing to put different signs up and then counter signs up, and it's really created quite a conflictual and contentious environment that has brought some extreme feelings of, I believe I'm picking up on persecution and vulnerability and safety and security to the table. And so I think the reason why the sisters were called today was to create a circle of protection and a space so that gender non-conforming and queer and really like non-dominant culturally presenting humans could have a space to feel okay being public and vulnerable in the town where they live.
Yeah. And so not everybody even feels comfortable being themselves in the town where they live, as you said.
Absolutely not. In fact, I was at the city council meeting on Wednesday doing my listening, and I heard a queer resident of Humboldt share their experience of being called faggot while they were walking down the streets of the town where they live. And I myself live in Humboldt County, and I wanted so badly to live in Ferndale. This is where I wanted to buy my house. And my wife, whose family is many generations of history in Ferndale, said that she's not safe here. And so this wasn't an option as a place for us to call our community and build our home.
After having a generations of family here.
Absolutely. It really broke my heart. I come from Lake County and from Lakeport, and Ferndale is the place in Humboldt County that feels the most like home to me. And I feel very blessed to marry into a multi-generational family that has that kind of history in a place. I was very much looking forward to put my roots down in that way.
Okay, that must have been a little bit of a disappointment, but a struggle.
I mean, I would say it's disappointing, but I feel privileged because I get to choose where I live. And I want to acknowledge that not everybody gets to make that kind of choice, yet needs to find a way to feel safe to live their life in the place where they're at.
Right. Okay, thank you so much for that. Any final thoughts or anything I missed?
Well, I want to thank you for being here to do open and honest reporting, and to take the time that is really necessary in order to plug into the larger conversations that are happening.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anytime, reach out to us. We're here.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.